Just a quick reminder guys, these narrations are best enjoyed with headphones on. Hey everyone, to round off Lord of the Rings week brought to you by Best Old Games, I review one of their recent releases in their store. Can this game end the season on a high note by matching, even beating Return of the King score? Or should this game be left in the pages of history? Let's find out. As I have said in my previous review of Lord of the Rings Return of the King, J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings is one of the most influential pieces of literature in the fantasy genre, and one of the best pieces of literature done by a British author. The book's influence on the fantasy genre in literature, video games, and tabletop gaming cannot be understated. Now, a masterpiece of modern cinema directed by New Zealander Peter Jackson. When EA owned the rights to make Lord of the Rings games, they assigned the legendary Command & Conquer developers Westwood Studios to make an RTS based on the fantasy universe that is Middle-earth. Released to the public in December 2004, designed by the legendary Blizzard Entertainment, the game is set in Middle-earth. You play as the forces of both good and evil as you play through the respective campaign as you save Middle-earth or destroy it. The accessibility scores are as follows. To kick things off, visibility gave it 6. Although there is no friend or foe colors to enable, in skirmish mode the individual colors can be fully customized via the setup screen, so a visually impaired player will find issues when playing this game. To lose the Westfold to Isengard, visibility gave it 0. This game has no subtitles, therefore a player with a hearing impairment will not be able to understand what's been going on as the story progresses, including keeping tabs of mission objectives, so this game is unplayable for a hearing impaired player. Next up, mobility gave it 7. For an RTS, this game has standard controls. The majority of the time, this game is primarily controlled by the mouse. There are hotkey shortcuts, but you can't redefine them, so a mobility impaired player will find very little issues when playing this game. But redefinable hotkeys, maybe even control support, would make this game a lot better. Last but certainly not least, gameplay gave it 8.5. For its time, this game is a classic. This was a fresh, unique take on the RTS formula. It paved the way for more action-oriented RTS games, including the original Halo Wars. Instead of having long-winded games with too much focus on resource management, this game focuses more on map control and action. There are only a limited amount of buildings you can construct from your initial starting position. However, you can capture key points on the map for additional build space. Also, there is no way to add to your population limit. This goes against the basic DNA of real-time strategy games. It may be good for consoles, but for PC, that's a no-no. The Shadow and Flame mod, including the package available on Best Old Games, has an excellent way of bringing this game to modern systems. First off, this game is running better than the vanilla version. The mod also adds a whole new faction into the game. This adds more strategic depth and more strategic opportunities into the game. In terms of multiplayer, however, similar to Conquest, the official multiplayer servers have been shut down. However, multiplayer is still available on Revora, a multiplayer service done entirely by the fans. In terms of campaign content, this game is quite long, with 2 single-player campaigns and a plethora of multiplayer maps available on skirmish mode. You'll be playing this game for quite a while. So if you're looking for a cheap, low-spec friendly RTS game to play to keep your strategic mind active until Age of Empires 4 releases on October 28th, this game could be a good choice. And the overall score is a below average but playable 68.75%. See you guys in the next review. Spartan Commander 1990 out. Roll out, Spartan Legion.